Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the No ID podcast. I have comedian, writer, the creator of Commonwealth Comedy, Funko Pop enthusiast, original Power Ranger enthusiast. Because I see the Red Ranger right there, so you definitely was in the game for a long time. I met this man back in January during the Last Word Festival. We just did a show with each other about a couple of weeks ago at the Taylor Smoke Lounge in Newport News. He was the sharpest man dressed between all of us that night. I got my comedy brother here, the one and only Ed Phillips. What's going on, brother?
Hey, ain't too much, man. I appreciate you having me on. I'm excited to be here. So, yeah.
Hey, let's rock out, man. How's everything been since Taylor Smoke? I know we was talking about it.
Yeah, I'm still airing my clothes out after that one. It was a good time. I definitely learned a lot, got a lot of experience from the show. So, you know what? We're gonna chalk it up as a win.
It is a win because I liked the show, and I liked the fact that Cletus was asking us about like how we feel about the show, and he was like, "Oh, we can work on this, we can work on it." That's one of the things that I appreciate about the comedians, the vets that's been in it for the longest, and just say, "Man, I'm gonna reach out to the young bloods," because me and you was like we're like babies compared, like two babies up there trying to hold our own, trying to fight for our life. I was laughing because when I walked in there, I said, "Yep, I'm about to stink for the rest of the night." Man.
I was, it wasn't at the beginning. It wasn't that smoky, and I was like, I might be able to wear this stuff tomorrow. And like by the time I was leaving, I was like, I don't know, I might have to go back to Target on this one.
I think in the back, it was like that group of guys, man, they just started chain smoke. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to die. So
Yeah, their first time out there, I think they said so. They were doing everything.
it was a fun experience, man. So tell me, man, how did you get into comedy, man? How did that start?
Yeah. So I've been performing since like 2015. I've always like been interested in comedy, but I really got started in improv. Uh, I don't know what part of the state you're in, or if you want to say that, because people on the internet
I'm,
crazy.
I'm in Norfolk.
Okay. Oh yeah, me too. All right. Yeah. Um, but yeah, it was a cinema cafe in Virginia Beach, and they used to do a weekly improv show. And when I was in college, I used to go and watch the show, and the guy who ran it, just to say like, hey, if you want to try it, come talk to me afterwards. So I watched the show for like maybe a year, like a year and a half before I hit him up, and I'll never forget because it was like October. It was like right before Halloween. I went up and I was like, all right, I'm ready to try it. Put me on. And he said, okay. He did not text me for 3 months. And the whole time I was like, all right, yeah, I guess that's just it. I guess I just don't do it. But yeah, he gave me a shot in like January of the next year. And then it kind of just went from there. I was doing an improv, and then pretty soon after that, I got into stand up, and then right around the same time, started doing sketch comedy. Just yeah, kind of went from there, man.
I got you. So who were some of your like influencers, like what doing comedy? Because you got a variety from improv to stand up to sketch. Like that's a that's a lane that you only really see like folks like D Militon or Flip Wilson go into that I can remember. So like who was like that influenced you to do it?
I think if I'm going back to like my very first like comedy influence, that's probably Sinbad. Because like me and my dad, so my dad, his friend Troy, who used to work with him, he gave him a VHS bootleg of Sinbad's afros and bell bottoms, and he brought that home from work, and I watched that with him, and from that point on, I was like, oh, comedy is dope. Like I like this. So really from there, like I kind of couldn't get enough of it. So it was like I watched a lot of people. I mean, I know Chappelle is here and there
Yeah.
in the modern day, but definitely at the time that I was getting into it, I did like him. Definitely like Sinbad. I liked, man, what's his name? Mitch Hedberg. He was just
Ooh.
weird. Like Mitch Hedberg he was weird, and he was like still funny, and he was something different. So like I liked him a lot too. Um, But I think a lot of my more like modern influences. And then also I guess like back in the day, I did like Whose Line Is It Anyway? Because that was really the only like, unless you were going to see a live improv show, Whose Line was really the only way you were seeing improv. Yeah, a lot of my modern influences. I like Josh Johnson. I like Ramy Youssef, Ben Schwartz, and Thomas Middleditch. Like they did the Middleditch and Schwartz on Netflix,
Hmm.
the improv thing, and that was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of influences, man. It's a lot of people that you can learn from.
I like it. You got a mixture, man. You went from Whose Line Anyway to Mitch. Mitch, Mitch will go up there and be like, "Yeah, the escalator's broke. There's no such thing as a broken escalator because it's just steps." So I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. I think that's the thing. Is it's like I like his perspective of like it's just yeah, it's just funny. It's like you said, like it's like how's that's what it broke. You still use it. You still go where you need to go.
you still can walk up the steps. That's dope, man. So your first comedy show you did, it took you 3 months to get a text back.
Yeah.
Was there a time, and I'm being honest, was there a time that you thought about like actually leaving comedy and like, you know what, this ain't it? Because I think about quitting all the time. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was gonna say honestly, it is one of those things where like when I'm in the creative process, that is the most fun piece of it to me. Like when I'm sitting down and I'm writing and I'm working out a new idea, that is the time where I'm like, I could do this forever. And then yeah, sometimes you have a show and you're like, maybe I'm done. Maybe I don't do this anymore. You driving home, you're like, maybe no, yeah, maybe it's time to hang it up.
That long ride home with no music on, you like, yeah, I'm gonna go home. I don't think I'm gonna do this tomorrow.
I remember one time I did a show in Petersburg, which is like about 4 hours from here, and it did not go well. And yeah, that whole ride back, I was like, you know what, man? I just drove 8 hours to Bong. Like, I don't know. Maybe this isn't it. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm done. But I always end up coming back to it.
Yeah, man. I think I drove to Petersburg one time, did my cousin show. Drove 4 hours to get there. I get up there. I was supposed to do 10 minutes. All I can remember is a good 5 to 7 minutes of it. Bombed too. I'm like, no. They was like, you gonna take pictures out there? I said, no, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home. I don't want to be here no more.
Yeah, y'all don't need to know I was here. That's okay.
It's okay.
I'm gonna head out.
You get that one encouraging person, you be like, asshole. You be like, yeah, man, you did good, man. You was good. It's like, no, I wasn't. Don't lie to me, bro.
I remember I did a show in Richmond one time and somebody came up to me after the show and they were like, hey man, I just want to let you know that was really brave. I was like, you don't get away from me right now. You don't tell me that was brave. That's the worst thing I can hear. I'm brave. And it's like, wow, you went up there with that material? That's brave.
That's brave. Damn. That was brave. I think I got the, you were so cute up there. I'm like, shut up. I'm waiting for my Uber. Shut up. Shut up. I got a mentor. I sent him my video. He was like, you did all right. It wasn't your best. I was like, duh. Like, I know how bad it was. So.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that too, because like that's something I feel is really necessary in comedy. It's like you got to have a mentor, like a person that you can really like bounce off of, and also that they're just going to be real with you, like because it's hard. It's hard to find that because it's like nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings, but at the same time, I do want my feelings hurt because I don't want to be bad. I would rather have my feelings hurt than keep doing something that's bad. So, yeah.
It's great. Do you have a mentor currently, or?
Yeah, I think if I'm looking at like the one guy that has really helped me the most in comedy, that's probably my friend Mike Eastmill. He's been performing for a long time. Like he gets up to like New York, and like every once in a while he can go out of the country and do something. But like he is the person who like I really, really value his feedback and what he says. Like when I was like starting to run rooms and stuff, he was right there with me, like saying, all right, yeah, this sounds good. All right, that doesn't sound good. But at the same time, like, he's not there to just hold your hand. like he's there to help you grow. So like that's the thing I really appreciate about Mike. It's like he's there to help you grow, and also he'll keep it real. Like if you if I message him and I'm like, hey, I'm working on this new bit, I don't think that.
My mentor is James Cooper from the venue on 35th Street.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing. I go in there on Thursdays, like, all right, I know what's about to happen. And he'd be like, you did good. Could have been better. One day, I know I'm doing good. He'd be like, get your ass off my stage. That's when I know my set didn't hit. I could take it out. I could tour it around and everything like that. So I know I'll be straight.
Okay.
What's like your material, man? You was breaking down.
Oh, that's my dog.
That's your dog. Okay. I'm like, I know I ain't got nobody in the house right now.
So it's about to be a found footage podcast.
Boy, this is some paranormal activity. I love you, Ed, but I'm getting off this thing quick. Your material, brother. You had a joke about a bear. You went camping, brother, for real?
Yeah, I did. I did go camping.
Dog ain't barked all damn day.
Truly just been on the couch sleeping for like 2 hours, and now he want to get active. But I did. You know, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of like friend groups also. So like I got like my comedy friends. I've got like kind of my college friends. Like my more like modern friend group. So it's like a lot of friend groups, but they don't really overlap a whole lot. So it's like if you see me like hanging out after a show, you'd be like camping. But I have like a lot of different friend groups. But yeah, it was for my friend Kendall's birthday is what happened. And it was for my friend Kendall's birthday. And yeah, we went up to the Blue Ridge Mountains. And that was just like, it's one of those things where it's like, if I was picking the birthday activities, it's never what I would pick. But also I try to be an involved friend when I can be. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll go camping with all this. I can do that. It's only 2.5 days. I can make it work. But yeah, that was really where the like that a lot of that joke came from. And it was like a lot of that is pulled from that camping trip, but it's like a mix of like the stuff that happened while we were up there and also just like the thoughts that I was having surrounding the entire thing. So like whenever I'm writing, like I love when I can do something like that where like I can really pull like a real experience and kind of like stretch it out and extrapolate on it and just like really put the audience in my head as like to how I was interpreting everything that was happening.
That's what I like, man, because you gave the real on the two times I've seen you perform. Well, it's only been 2 times, to be honest with you. It was Last Word and the Smoke Lounge. Because you see, like, you hear, like, a lot of comedians go up there and just start, as the young folks say, cap a lot. And I'm like, this isn't believable to me. I don't believe it. I looked at Ed, he was talking about camping. I was like, he started going more and more in detail. I'm like, oh, this man has been camping. You know what I mean? He did. He's not camping. I'm like, because I was sitting there, you know, I'm awkward when after a show or during a show. Like, I'm just staring off into space listening. And I was like, he's bold to tell this joke about him camping. Because I'm like, I didn't know, you know, we don't camp. We saw Friday the 13th. We refuse to go in the woods now. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate that when it comes to your material. So a lot of your material is just real life stuff. Just flip it into like a perspective, right?
Yeah, I try to use the like what actually happened as the base of the material. And like no shade to like people who just like to, you know, to make up a situation or whatever. Like that's cool too. And I definitely have like jokes like that. But my favorite thing to do is really just pull that real world thing and like take you through what I was experiencing, how I was feeling while that was happening and everything. Because I feel like that is fun for me, honestly, to write that. But I feel like it's also more relatable to really like put you in what was happening rather than like just making something up. Because I mean, like I said, I do sketch comedy also, so like definitely can make stuff up, but that's what is the most fun to me.
It is. It is. It definitely is. That realism comedy. So I think that's what a lot of people miss on, and I might be going veering off. I think a lot of people try and go to that like, well, let's try and do a Kill Tony Joe Rogan type thing, which is no shot at them, but do it your lane. But I be watching it and I be like, yo, this. I don't know. You don't even seem edgy. You seem, you got that clean attire. Like you was like anybody. Ed came in fresh to death, and I've never seen this man without a fresh outfit. Hell, his shirt is fresh right now. That's Gambino. See what I mean? Like he has that like Donald Glover kind of appeal to him. You could just tell Ed it comes from a real place, a seriousness, and his dog just loves the hell out of him.
He doesn't like when people walk around outside. He's very protective dog, but also very scared too. So like if someone ever actually did break in, I think he would run away.
I want a dog, but I don't.
But it's a lot of dogs.
Have you ever like traveled? Well, you told me about the Petersburg. So as far as like traveling and stuff, because you guys got a lot of sketch improv festivals out there, a lot of stand-up comedy, festivals out there. Have you already started tapping in? Because like I said, we met at Lazarus. That's Williamsburg. That's an hour away from us, 2 hours at the most. Have you done any big festivals or shows outside of the Virginia area yet, or?
I'll get booked to do something every once in a while. Like I did I did a comedy show at BlurredCon, and that was the year that Orlando Jones was there. So that was pretty cool. I got to like host for him and intro him and everything, and like that was a fun time. But yeah, most stuff I kind of stay within like of Norfolk now, just because like my life is different and I'm older. So it's harder to get farther away, but I do still like apply to festivals. And I think my comedy group, we got into festival. It was in Chicago. It was not that long ago, but we got into that. We had a group that went up there for that, but my schedule did not permit, so I didn't get to go to that. But yeah, I'm always looking for like festivals or like opportunities to kind of get out of the area, because I feel like that's really the true test of the material. Because if you're like really locked into one area, you kind of only learn how to work a certain number of rooms or a certain group of people, and it's not good for your comedy growth. So like the more audiences and the more places that you can get in front of, that's what's going to be the most beneficial for you.
That's true. I feel like some of us get like complacent on trying to be the big dog of the Hampton Roads comedy, and be like, well, I'm getting booked here. And I'm like, well, go outside. Like, it's nothing like going outside of your home state and doing a show and doing good, and it's nothing like going outside your home state and bombing.
Like I said, man, Petersburg only 4 hours away, and I was like driving back from that. I was like, maybe I should quit. Maybe I should give it up.
I took the train to Connecticut and did the Mohegan and did Comics Roadhouse inside of the Mohegan Sun for last comic standard. They put me on first. And I used to hate going on first. I really despise first. First was like, hell no, I ain't going first. They put me on first.
First is hard.
I stumbled towards the end and lost to a guy and a girl. The girl said that Malcolm X was a sexy ginger. I wish I could remember her name. And another guy was over there talking about doing coke at an amusement park. I'm like, how did I lose? And then I looked at myself like, yeah, that's how I lost. The jokes they was hitting, and then I think it was a 5-minute set, and I think around like probably like 3 minutes in, I was like, yeah, I'm fucking this one up. I'm not placing. And then I had the nerve to pay for the video to come. I was like, I'm gonna post it anyway. I chopped that damn video up so I can only get like the part that was so good. I'm like, I got the most laughs at. That's the one that's going online. And I'm like, nah, we good, man. Rode that train for 12 hours there, paid for a hotel, and rode the train 12 hours back. I spent 24 hours on the train for 5 minutes, and about 2 minutes of that was bombing. I was like, this is some bull. The booker don't even work there no more, because I done reached. I'm like, yeah, it's been 2 years, man. I didn't grow. This is my videos. I ain't heard nothing from that booker, man. He's like, yeah, he ain't there no more. I'm like, I can see why. He should have booked me there. That's the problem. Man. Is there a comedian out there that you would like to work with? Or like, have you ever been starstruck by a comedian that you work with? Because you said Orlando Jones. That's Mad TV, ain't it? That's Dr. Lee.
So the drumline himself. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been starstruck by a comedian is I've definitely I mentioned Ramy Youssef earlier. I think he's one I would definitely like to work with. So I think his stand up is strong, but he's also a very strong writer. So those are like I don't know. That's something like he's a person I would really like to work with. I used to really be on like SNL, and I would be like, man, if I get to SNL, that would be cool if I get to SNL. But the more I look, it's just like they're not really checking for people like us. It's like they'll let Keenan do stuff, but a lot of the other black cast members, they really just kind of stereotype them. So I don't know. I don't really feel like that's the. I'm also saying that like they were reviewing my writing packets anyways. But yeah, I think if I had to pick one, it would be Ramy Youssef. I don't know if you haven't seen, he's got like the show on Hulu. He's got like 2 specials on HBO now. And then he got like a new animated show on Amazon Prime not that long ago. So like, I mean, he's doing a lot of stuff, but yeah, definitely it would be him.
I know who Ramy is. I watch a lot of stuff. I just watched the season premiere of Saturday Night Live. Cam Patterson was up there. It was his debut.
Yeah.
It was his debut, and I didn't know how it was going to work. But he did the weekend update with Michael Che, and I was like, okay, let's see how this works. You know what I'm saying? Because for people out there, Saturday Night Live is a show that I would love to be on as a comedian, or even as a writer. I would love just to get one skit. Just one. And a couple of years ago, somebody showed me how to download the packet, the send and stuff like that. I just ain't done it yet. I'm just bullshitting, but
I've sent a lot of those. I've sent a lot of those in. I sent a lot of late night writers packets in. I've only sent maybe 1 or 2 for SNL, but it's hard. I mean, because that's what everybody wants to do. Like it's a lot of competition.
I mean, you see Josh Johnson just killing it on the Daily Report, and this man is a genius. Like something can drop the day of his show. He already got like a good 30-minute set.
I was gonna say, I feel like he puts out like an hour a week sometimes. Like that's crazy.
Man, I just was watching something of his. Like this is the reason why the podcast started. People don't know, me and Ed was supposed to do this at 2:00 today. I pushed it back. I got stuck at the gym watching comedy. Like, you know how you be on the treadmill. I was on the stairs. I was watching it, and then I said, I'm gonna go in the sauna. I went in the sauna. I'm like, oh, Cam, I forgot SNL came on. So I'm like, you know me, I'm not gonna watch the reel. I'm gonna jump onto Peacock and start watching. It's like, yo, I'm gonna push this interview back because it's 1:30, 1:40 something. I'm like, I'm not gonna get home in time to do this interview. Got stuck in the trance, man. I don't know what it is, brother. Oh man, what other, like, you watch a lot of stand-up clips, I'm guessing a lot of writing clips. Do you just use Max, HBO Max, or Hulu? Because I'll tell you the truth, Tubi be having some hits up there for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do. Tubi is like the home of black created content because sometimes for good, sometimes not so good. I think because you were talking about that and Taylor Smoke Lounge, the Grinch movie. What's up there?
And everybody's like, that's a fake movie. Dude was like, nah, it's real. I watched it. I said, thank you. I'm not the only one.
Yeah. But yeah, Tubi does have a lot. I used to, and this was kind of like before, it feels weird to say before people took comedy seriously, because it feels like people kind of always took it seriously. Like people were always interested in comedy, but I used to like catch a lot of stuff on, and I do think a lot of people will still upload to YouTube. Like, I don't know if you know Paul Elia, but Paul Elia just put his most recent special on YouTube. And I watched that up there. But yeah, I'll check like HBO Max, Hulu. Netflix for a while was doing pretty good with getting a lot of stand-up content up there. But like they kind of moved away from that. But I think it was, I think Don't Tell has a bunch of stuff on Hulu right now. I can't remember where I saw it, but I know they have a bunch of stuff out there. And then, yeah, Amazon, I feel like I'm just saying everywhere that I watch stuff, but I mean, it really is. It's just like wherever it is, that's where I'll go and watch it. And sometimes I'm just watching it to have a good time, and sometimes I'm studying it. But yeah, I feel like You can never watch enough good stand up.
You gotta do like different varieties. You correct. You hit it on the money. Cause I watch Tubi for stand up, YouTube. You right, Netflix has moved away from comedy, it seems like. I don't know. Matt.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
You good, brother?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it was Netflix when they had Matt Rife up there. They gave him like 2 specials. They kind of threw the middle finger up, but I don't know. Maybe it's not fair to blame him for that, but I will say after Matt Rife, seems like they are doing less stand-up comedy on Netflix. But yeah,
No hating on Matt Rife and his journey, but he's not like one I would probably pay to go see. Like I'll just wait for a clip to come out.
I was, and that was my thing. Like he blew up off that TikTok clip, which I mean, I guess is the dream. But yeah, I just didn't like. I did watch his first special because I was like, let me see what this is all about. Because everybody's talking about Matt Rife. I was like, I never heard this guy. Let me see. And it wasn't it. I didn't even know he was on Wild 'N Out, but I had like went and watched like some clips from him on Wild 'N Out, and I was like, that's not it either. But I don't know. I mean, I guess if you like him, you like him. That's cool. But
yeah, everybody got their preferences, man. So let me ask this before we close out. 'Cause we keep the interviews about 30, and we are live on Facebook and YouTube. I can't get my Twitch working, but you would have been the first Twitch video. How do you feel like the state of comedy is in the 757 area? You don't got to get too messy. Or don't get messy at all. But how do you feel like it is in the Hampton Roads district?
I think honestly, it's a lot of people that are trying to figure it out. I see a lot of people that are really like kind of working on the craft, working to try and like push it forward and make it something new. I see like Zach Ames and Mark Leva, like they're doing a lot of stuff. Jamal Stanton, he's doing a lot of stuff locally. He's getting like the casino rolling. So it is people out there that are really trying to push it forward and to make it something that like is good and something that people will be checking for. So I definitely appreciate that because I mean, like I said, I've been doing comedy for 10 years and it has not all the time been favorable. I'll leave it at that. But I think I don't know, I guess the new scene people are putting the work in. So I think we're headed in a good direction.
We headed in for a good direction. I believe so, because I've been doing this 6. And I guess between your 10 and my 6, so when we intertwined, we was like, you know what? No, it wasn't that well, man. I don't know.
I was going to say there was definitely there was a time period of like, I would say like 20, maybe 17, right up to COVID, where I was like, what are we doing? But yeah, I don't know. I think the bounce back is happening. So like I said, I think we're headed in a good direction.
I think we're heading into a good direction. I got into comedy 2019, so COVID up until I say 2023, I was like, nah, and I get the best advice I ever got was, hey, bro, leave your home state and come back. Yeah, that's been the thing. He's like, so I mean, shout out to those guys that's trying to, make it better and try and do their own thing. That's a big salute to them. Shout out to the ones that's actually supporting and stuff like that, especially because I see you at the bank almost every Sunday on Instagram Live. Tell somebody's Instagram story, and you got your own room on Mondays, right?
Yeah, the second and fourth Monday. So yeah, I'm trying to get something going there too. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I be trying to come up there, but I gotta get up at work at 6:00 in the morning, so I don't.
I remember you saying at the smoke lounge. I was like, man, you got to do laundry tonight too.
Yeah, I'm about damn near died that day. I went back to work. I was like, don't talk to me, just email me. Don't say nothing. Like I came home, I gave you a little trick I use before we go. I get the Vicks Vapor Rose shower tabs. I leave my clothes in the garage outside, let them things there. I take my shower, wash my hair, but I take the shower tabs from Vicks. I throw them at the thing, let that steam come out, and I just start blowing my nose. And I think that after we left that little Taylor Lounge thing, this has happened to me numerous times. I've done weed shows too.
Okay.
The smoke would just come out of the hair, and the sinuses would get clear. And I sleep good, but it's only so long I can sleep because I got to be up like 4 hours from the time.
Yeah. I'm sure you probably got into work. It was like, was you in a house fire? What happened?
The girl came up to me and said, "How was your show?" Just email me. I don't want to talk no more, man. Oh, I want to go home. I want to just relax. You know what I'm saying? But if anybody wants to get in contact with you or see any of your contact, or even because you just released a comedy album too on Spotify, correct?
No, that was just, I do that every once in a while when I have a bunch of shows coming up. I just do a little graphic, and I do it like Spotify style because people will stop scrolling to look at like a Spotify post. So I try to be smart with the algorithm. But yeah, no, I don't really have anything on Spotify. I used to post a lot of my stuff on my Facebook and YouTube and stuff, but I kind of got away from that just because I realized I was posting the material as I was working it out, and I don't want somebody to like stumble upon something while I'm in the middle of getting it right and to think that's like an accurate representation of what I'm doing. So I kind of got away from that, but I have like bits that are like more fully formed right now. So I probably should get back into that. But that was a very long way to say, no, I'm not on Spotify. Yeah, if you want to find me, you can check me out at Commonwealth Comedy on Facebook and Instagram. That's going to be where like the majority of my shows show up. And that's a lot of like improv stuff. You can also find me at, I put underscores in the name because somebody else had the name, but they were inactive. I don't know. Instagram is weird. But
we are, Ed. We are.
You can find my regular Instagram, Ray_Charles_Xavier on Instagram. If you like Ray Charles or X-Men, that might make you laugh. If you don't, that's just a very long name that I probably should shorten to make it more search engine optimized. But whatever, here we are. So yeah, those are two places that you can find me the most. I do have a show coming up next Saturday at the Annex in Norfolk. So that's all improv, and I think we're going to pull a stand-up for that, but I don't know yet. So for right now, it's all improv. If you're in Norfolk and you like the Annex, go check that out too.
If you guys want to follow me, I don't have any underscores underneath none of my names. Comedian Rome on all social media platforms. At Comedian Rome Davis on YouTube. This is where the podcast is going to be. And Ed does have something on Spotify. His episode of the No ID podcast will be on Spotify and other major streaming platforms for podcasts or whatever you watch or view. Listen, follow the podcast at No ID Podcast on Instagram. This episode, Ed, I really do appreciate it, my man. You know what I'm saying? I know we're going to link up again eventually. You know what I'm saying? I may have to go to Goodfellows in Target and try and outdress you the next time I see you, because I'm like, ain't no way.
They got a lot of good accessories. You can really style out.
Well, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you one day. You know what I mean? I'm going to go for that Carlton preppy look myself. You know what I mean? Watch what I tell you. I'm going to come in with some shit. And you're like, oh, Goodfellas. I'm not going to kill them right now on the action figures. I got mines, but they up in storage now because I'm moving. But
okay.
Damn, I am jealous though. He got all the Power Rangers. He got the green, the Funko Pops.
He got Scott Pilgrims back there too. Scott
Pilgrims.
I'm still like, I just moved my shelf, so I'm still setting people back up. You see my Dragon Ball Z figures are all over right now.
And then you got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers one. When they actually, I don't know why they became ninjas in the movie. That was like I don't know, it was a good movie though.
I think they knew what they were doing. They were like, we got the heat.
Yeah, the movie was good. You know what I'm saying? It was better than that Turbo one that they put out a couple of years later. We're not going to go into that because, you know what I'm saying? I can sit there and talk about it because I thought all the Power Rangers was good, to be honest with you. I still watch it now. Ed, man, I appreciate you, brother, coming on. We're going to sign off on this joint, man. But anybody that's listening, make sure you support Ed and everything he do. I'm going to be tagging his clips up on Instagram as collaboration. So y'all be on the lookout. Appreciate you, Ed.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on, man.